Just shut up. I've got something I gotta say here. Number one, I heard Southern Storm's in the back. Number one, I don't care about Southern Storm, what he is, what he does, or what he even stands for. I know what I stand for and what is right. What we say goes. We are the Anderson brothers. And nobody. Won't you just shut your mouth? I wrestled in Florida 10 years ago. I lost my share of blood. And it's, no more than this can come out to see the Anderson brothers. We don't need Sparta. And as for Southern Storm, he don't need to be in this arena with us. Because he is trash, as far as I'm concerned. And if you can get him out here, if you can pry him through that curtain, I'm going to show you people in Sparta the way we do it in Texas and in Tennessee. Woo!
Hi, I'm Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, and I'm here at Gavin's Mighty Champs. And let me tell you something, all across the country, wherever I go, people ask me, where can I get this action figure? Where can I get that action figure? Well, I'm talking about right here at Gavin's Mighty Champs. You can get any action figure you want. Matter of fact, you can have anything you want made here. Not only that, they got t-shirts, they got all the action figures, a lot of stuff that you want to come to see, guys. So remember that, Gavin's Mighty Champs. Come give us a call. We got what you want. And Ric Flair, I want to tell you, how does it feel now? How does it feel now? I've been looking for this doll everywhere. I finally got it.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evington, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us, Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us.
A ghost. Everyone is beautiful. Your veins are filled with dope. With my hands behind my back, bottle poison in the shields.
Hey, are you looking for that tattoo that people just can't stop talking about? Then you need to check out Poison Apple Tattoo Shop, located at 428 West Kings Highway in Eden, North Carolina. Poison Apple is an award-winning shop that is APTA certified. Hospital sterilization, single-use needles only. They have thousands of designs, both custom and freehand. Come by and check out owner-artist C.J. Morton, artist Alan Joyce, guest artist Mark Johns, or get your piercings done by the lovely Sarah Morton. They are open Monday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m., or you can give them a call at 336-627-3712. Hey, wrestling legend Jimmy Valiant, what do you think of Poison Apple Tattoos?
Woo, Messi Daddy! I'm professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell all my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss this one. Poison Apple Tattoos. Come get the ink, Jack. The best in the world. Oh, yeah.
It's AIWF. Wanna see the best wrestling? Where to connect? The squared circle, the place you have to earn your respect. So get right with the program or you'll get left. AIWF across the US and all over the globe. We are live and direct. So tune and see who wins and who's up for the Lord. This match just got you over one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cyberzone. I am Rick Diesel sitting on the mic this week as we have a special challenge match. Those two men making their way to the ring right there, the Andersons, JD and Jackie, along with Mr. D, making their way to the ring for this special challenge match. Many of you watching earlier on the Cyberzone when Jackie Anderson brought out Southern Storm, and that match ended in a wild attack from both the Andersons on Southern Storm as Sweet Daddy come rolling in and just to save the day, so to speak. And then the challenge was made, Sweet Daddy and Southern Storm versus those two men out there, JD and Jackie Anderson, along with Mr. D, and this ought to be a good one. As we wait, Southern Storm and Sweet Daddy to make their way to the ring. That song says it all about J.D. Anderson. Lord, it's hard to be humble. You're a hell of a man like J.D. Anderson. I apologize for giggling. He is a legend in his own mind. And there they are making their way to the ring, Southern Storm and Sweet Daddy. A very odd combination, these two wrestlers right here. Southern Storm wearing that rebel flag across his tights. And Sweet Daddy, someone you'd think would be the complete opposite of anything Southern and rebel. He is from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Sweet Daddy. I guess he's proud of his Southern pride, but it's not so much that as he just can't stand watching somebody get taken advantage of like Southern Storm was earlier this morning, earlier in this Cyberzone. We started off now as the Andersons go on the attack of Sweet Daddy and Southern Storm. And there is no love lost between Sweet Daddy and either one of those Andersons. It wasn't just a few weeks ago that Sweet Daddy won the AIWF Cyberzone television title from J.D. Anderson at an Anarchy show in Mount Airy, North Carolina on September 26th it was. And Jackie Anderson, well, those of you who've been keeping up with the AIWF for some time, you may know the long history between Jackie Anderson and Sweet Daddy. And for those of you who do not know, well, let's bring you up to speed. Back in the 90s, Jackie Anderson and Sweet Daddy had a tremendous feud. Nobody really understood what Jackie Anderson's major deal was with Sweet Daddy and why he hated Sweet Daddy so much. But it seemed at that time, Jackie Anderson had a briefcase that had some documents in it that he was very, very protective of. And he went so far as, from hanging Sweet Daddy from the rafters with a rope to beating him down with a watermelon in Hofftown, North Carolina. It was just, believe it or not, the feud between Jackie Anderson and Sweet Daddy was a feud that Pro Wrestling Illustrated refused to show pictures of in their magazine because they said the content was so vile and so controversial. So the AIWF does hold yet another outstanding achievement as having a feud going on that was so controversial that Pro Wrestling Illustrated refused to show photos of it. But that was Jackie Anderson and Sweet Daddy. And as it turned out, those documents inside that briefcase explained everything, as many, many years before, it seemed that the family of Jackie Anderson had owned slaves that was the family of Sweet Daddy, and Jackie Anderson's great-great-great-grandfather, well, he had an eye for the darker ladies. Let's just put it that way. And there was a child born out of that relationship, and as the family tree went down and grew and grew and branched off, here comes Sweet Daddy. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it was. Sweet Daddy and Jackie Anderson are related distantly, so to speak, but that was something that just ate at Jackie Anderson to the point that it obsessed him for many, many years back in the 90s. So these two have a long, long history, Sweet Daddy and Jackie Anderson. But as today, right now, 2009, we're getting ready to get this match underway, the special challenge match. Sweet Daddy and Southern Storm taking on JD and Jackie Anderson, the Andersons. Some say they're brothers, some say they're cousins. But with the story I just told about Jackie Anderson's family tree, who knows what the relationship between those two men really are. We're trying to get things started. JD Anderson being his usual self, so to speak. JD Anderson just kind of dragging things along, but that's his strategy. That's JD Anderson's strategy. He will take things at his own pace, and he's a dancer too. He dances a little bit like Jackie Gleason, but he's a dancer. Hard right hands from Sweet Daddy. Down goes JD Anderson. Here comes Jackie Anderson. Hip toss. Both men down. The Andersons are down. All four men in the ring. This right here is going to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot of animosity out here. Southern Storm has been having plenty of problems out in the EWC from Jackie Anderson and JD Anderson. They have tried to hold that man back from his title, from many title reigns for a long, long time. So no love lost between those three men as well. And then you throw Sweet Daddy in the mix and the history between him and the Andersons, and you've got an explosive situation right here in Sparta, North Carolina. The Andersons taking their time outside the ring. They didn't have a whole lot of time to come up with a game plan for this match. It's not like they knew weeks in advance that this match was happening. Oh, J.D. Anderson has got these people in Sparta, North Carolina fired up, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we have had language on the Cyberzone that we have never had before, and I apologize to anybody out there listening who, holy cow, J.D. Anderson tagging in Jackie Anderson, this special challenge match. Smiley giving him a little bit of leeway. Jackie's ready to go after Sweet Daddy now. These two men, like I said earlier, the long history. Sweet Daddy tagging in Southern Storm. This is where it all began here tonight. Jackie Anderson and Southern Storm, these two men in the ring right now. This is what started this, everything revolving around this match that we're seeing right now. Jackie Anderson going to the eyes. Which is his way of getting the advantage. I'm telling you, Jackie Anderson can be a very, very dirty player. He has been one of the most popular wrestlers in the AIWF, and he has been one of the most hated. A former AIWF light heavy, one of the first AIWF light heavyweight champions. Many of you may not remember Jackie Anderson at one time, whether you believe this or not, was a member of the most popular tag team, and quite possibly maybe the history of the AIWF, the Ghost Riders, with Jackie Anderson and the late Chris Wyndham. These two men had a following that just could not be equal by any other team in the AIWF in the late 90s, and to be honest with you, may not be equal by any tag team in the AIWF present day. J.D. Anderson continued to work Southern Storm over on those ropes, choked him on those ropes. Double team effort. Sweet Daddy can't stay out of the ring. He's continuing to argue with Smiley. And I know Sweet Daddy's been in this business long enough to know that he's doing more harm for his partner than he is good, but Sweet Daddy's very impatient. He's wanting to get in that ring, and he can't contain himself. And Jackie Anderson continuing to manipulate Smiley as J.D. Anderson chokes Southern Storm in the corner. And you got to watch that man standing outside the ring there, Mr. D. Many of you may remember when J.D. Anderson wrestled Sweet Daddy just a few short months ago back in August at Deal with the Steel. One of the factors that allowed J.D. Anderson to come out of that cage with the Cyberzone title intact was the fact that man standing outside the ring, Mr. D, literally took a taser and shocked the cage with Sweet Daddy laying up against the cage and literally electrocuted Sweet Daddy inside the cage. And that helped J.D. Anderson secure his win at Deal with the Steel. The Andersons tagging in and out, keeping the fresh man in the ring, staying on Southern Storm, keeping him down, cutting that ring off. It kind of reminds me of some more Andersons that used to do it a whole lot the same way many, many years ago. This crowd is all over these Andersons, J.D. and Jackie Anderson and Mr. D. J.D. Anderson says he needs Mr. D because of the fact that there's so many fat women wants to get their hands on him. He has to have his own personal security, and that's where Mr. D comes into effect. The EWC fans may remember Jackie Anderson not too long ago having a big falling out with his latest Ghost Rider partner, Mean Mike Fair. Them two has had some bloody battles out in EWC with chain matches and just brutal battles at Legion Street Rec Center in Johnson City, Tennessee. If any of the fans out in Tennessee want to see these Andersons live, that's where you need to go. Check out AIWFWrestling.net for the upcoming EWC dates. They will be back, I think, November 28th, I believe it is. The EWC is having a big Thanksgiving show that night. We'll have more details on that as it comes. As the EWC they start their holiday season with a big Thanksgiving show, and then they've got a big Christmas night show as well. EWC out in Johnson City, Tennessee, Legion Street Rec Center. That's where you want to go to see some of the best wrestling action in Eastern Tennessee. The EWC. Jackie Anderson catches a foot to the jaw from Sweet Daddy. Sweet Daddy's on fire in there, and now Sweet Daddy and Southern Storm taking a page out of the Anderson's book as they distract Smiley, the ref, so that they can get a little payback on J.D. Anderson. Oh, that was low blow from J.D. Anderson. Southern Storm coming in to complain, but all he done was distract Smiley so that the Andersons could go back to work on Sweet Daddy. That low blow will slow Sweet Daddy down for sure. Hard right hand from Jackie Anderson into a snapmare. Snap the neck from Sweet Daddy J.D. Anderson. J.D. outside the ring, still recovering from Sweet Daddy getting some revenge on him. Jackie Anderson with that figure 4 leg lock on Sweet Daddy. He needs to reverse it. He is in the center of the ring. Mr. D holding Jackie Anderson's hands. These Andersons are textbook rule breakers, ladies and gentlemen. They know how to bend those rules, break those rules, use the rules to their advantage better than quite possibly anybody else, any other tag team that we've seen in quite some time. Once called ourselves Triple A. The Andersons did. It's Jackie, J.D., and then there was another Anderson that actually showed up at one classic show, but I haven't seen him since. And be honest, I hadn't seen him enough to even remember his name, but I remember they were Triple A at one time, but I think that may have fell through. Sweet Daddy taking a pounding in the middle of the ring. He's got to be getting weak. I mean, he's been in this figure 4 from either Jackie or J.D. Anderson for a long time. 1, 2. No, he kicks out. Southern Storm tapping on the shoulder of Smiley. I love Smiley to death, but he is so easily distracted in that ring. Hardest working referee in independent wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That boy right there is somewhere every weekend for a different company. J.D. Anderson up on the ropes, and Southern Storm shaking the ropes, and J.D. taking a tumble to the mat. But that gets Sweet Daddy out of the figure 4. Southern Storm tagged Sweet Daddy on the back, but I don't know if Smiley's seen it. Yes, he did. 1, 2, 3, it's over. J.D. Anderson did not see the tag from Southern Storm on Sweet Daddy. He threw Sweet Daddy out of the ring so that Jackie Anderson could take over on him, get a little outside the ring punishment, and Southern Storm takes advantage. Schoolboys, J.D. Anderson for the win. Southern Storm gets his revenge. Sweet Daddy laying outside the ring. He's in pain, but he is happy as he can be for this win right here on the Cyberzone this week. We'll see you next time. This is Rick Diesel for the Cyberzone.